CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
Woman mystics have been there in all religions. Now, if you look at the history of the devotional movement in different parts of India, as well as the literature, we see that there have been woman mystics in all of them. But the earliest ones that we see are in the sacred palms of the Tamil of both the Saiva and Vaishnavite devotional movement of the Tamil region, especially in the 7th and 8th century. Now this Saiva mystics include actually importantly Karaikal Ammayar and the Vaishnavite kind of mystic, where we see that Andal is one of the most prominent woman mystic. Andal is described as having had a miraculous divine birth. And we know well about the story of how this child was found under the sacred Tulasi plant by her foster father, the great Vaishnavite mystic Periyalvar, who is also known as Vishnu Chittar of Srivilliputturu. Andal is also known as Kodai, meaning beautiful, and Nachiyar, meaning the blessed or the divine lady. There is a story which many of you may know, but it's always wonderful to recollect these stories because of the divinity involved in them. Every day we see that Vishnu Chittar would make garlands for the Lord and he would keep it. The young girl, without the knowledge of the father, what she would do was to put on the garland, enjoy the beauty of the decoration for herself, and then after that, without the father's knowledge, she would quietly go and replace the garland from where she took it. One day, while she was in this act of wearing the garland meant for the Lord, her father saw this and he scolded her and said that she should not be doing this because the garland is meant for the Lord and Perumal and not for her. So after this, she stopped wearing the garland. But what happened after this is very interesting, where one day the Lord actually appeared in the dream of Vishnu Chittar and said that the garland which was not worn by Andal was not welcome by him, in the sense that the Lord was happy to receive the garland only when it was worn by Andal and then given to him. That was the underlying thing that in the dream of Vishnu Chittar the Lord told him. So after this, because of this, we also call Andal as Sudi Kodutha Nachiyar, that is one who first wore the garland and then herself gave it to the Lord. Her father realized that Andal was none but the Lord's bride, and he took her to the Ranganatha temple at Srirangam, where it is said that she became one with the Lord. So these are all divinity of the highest level, I would say, where the love for the Lord that Andal experienced actually made her become one with the Lord itself. And Andal, on the musical front, we see that she has given us some valuable compositions about which I would like to make a mention here. She, mainly her contributions are to the Tirupavai, which is the shorter piece consisting of 30 verses, and the longer one is Nachiyar Tirumozhi consisting of 140 verses. Now, what is this Tirupavai all about? It is a class of poems which relates to a background of a religious observance and austerity going on at daybreak. What happens is that the girls here, they observe a penance. At the daybreak, what they do is they go to the river to take a bath, and they then sustain on milk cooked food, and they pray to goddess Kartyayani mainly so that they get suitable husbands. So this is a kind of a vrata that all these girls undergo in the month. And Tirupavai is cast on the mold of this particular religious practice. So it also details about this religious practice in a very beautiful manner. It is considered that among good things that come from singing these songs is, of course, apart from the fact that one gets suitable husbands, it is also meant to give us welfare. It is supposed to bring rain, and for the overall well-being of people, this Tirupavai is very, very important. The Tirupavai of Andal is a mystic poem expressing the seeking of the Lord by the devotee. And it is a practice in the Tamil culture. We see that in the Margari Masam, that is the Margari month, every day one Tirupavai is sung because it is supposed to bring in prosperity, it's supposed to bring in well-being. So we see that every day one particular, what we call as the Pasuram, is sung. I will just sing to you one or two to show the contents of this. The first one of this Tirupavai goes like this. மார்கழி திங்கள் மதி நிறைந்த நன்னாளால் நீராட போதுவீர் போதுமினோ நேரிழையீர் சீர்மல்குமாய் பாடி செல்வ சிறுமீர்களால் கூர்வேல் கொடு தொழிலன் நந்த கோபன் குமரன். The next one, in the fourth one, it talks about the prosperity it brings in times of rain and other things, where ஆழி மழை கண்ணா ஒன்றே நீ கை கரவேல் ஆழியுள் பூக்கு முகந்து கோடார் தேரி ஊழி முதல்வல் உருவம் போல் மெய் கருத்து பாழிய தோளுடைய பத்மநாபன் கையில். And the last one, which is in Shruti, it goes like this. வங்க கடல் கடைந்த மாதவனை கேசவனே திங்கள் குதிரு முகத்து செழியார் சென்றிரைஜி அங்க பரே கொண்ட ஆற்றையணி புதுவை பைங்கமல தழ்தெறியல் பட்டியபிரான் கோதை சொன்ன பைங்கமல தழ்தெறியல் பட்டபிரான் கோதை சொன்ன. Thus we see that the Tirupavai, which is a wonderful gift of Andal to us, is a very auspicious poem, and rendering it during the month of Margari makes it all the more divine.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.